Bonsoir, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve pour, j'aurais failli dire Assassin's Creed, Final Fantasy XVI. Un petit peu en retard, la PlayStation a essayé de faire une mise à jour quand je l'ai lancé. Et je pouvais pas lancer le jeu tant que j'avais pas fait la mise à jour. Donc tout va bien. Donc en plus c'était la mise à jour du système. Du coup on va faire un petit peu de quête annexe. Je sais pas comment en faire beaucoup ou pas. De toute façon j'ai réfléchi, on n'est pas obligé de terminer dimanche. Parce que je suis en vacances dimanche. Non, vendredi. Donc ça veut dire que lundi ou mardi, ou enfin plutôt lundi, mercredi ou autre, ça devrait passer. J'étais un mardi, c'est férié. Bref. On va continuer à chercher nos quêtes annexes. Je pense qu'on va commencer par ces deux-là. Et éventuellement on essaiera de faire celle qui est dans le courrier, on verra ce que ça donne. Je sais pas si on va réussir à avoir tous les... Excusez-moi, j'ai un truc suspect. Ouais. J'attends des colis et du coup je reçois un message. Votre colis? Bon, ok. Ouais, ok. Non. Je sais pas ce que c'est, mais... Ça aurait pu. Sinon j'ai des colis qui vont sûrement pas arriver chez moi parce qu'il y a une erreur dans l'adresse et que ça va être la galère pour faire quoi que ce soit avec. Mais tout va bien. Du coup j'ai vu un message à marqué livraison, j'attends, qu'est-ce que c'est? J'espérais peut-être qu'ils te disent oh mais l'adresse elle n'existe pas, où est-ce que vous voulez l'envoyer? Mais non, ça serait trop beau. Ce serait trop beau si la poste se rendait compte qu'il y avait une erreur dans l'adresse et que intelligemment elle corrigeait l'adresse. Ou même n'importe quel livreur en fait, en soi. Qui se rend compte qu'il y a un truc qui colle pas dans l'adresse et que... Peut-être qu'il y a quelque chose qui va pas. Je pense que de tout informatiser... Écoutez, avant c'était bien, quelqu'un pouvait dire je ne trouve pas cette adresse, elle n'existe pas. Peut-être que c'est une autre adresse ailleurs. Mais ça, ce serait trop beau. Il y a un truc qui check, qui dit il y a quelque chose qui colle pas. Par exemple, un code postal qui correspond pas à la ville qui est écrite. Non, puisqu'il se base uniquement sur le code postal. Donc forcément, ça arrive pas au bon endroit. On pourrait dire le code postal correspond pas à la ville. Où est-ce qu'elle est cette rue? Elle est pas dans cette ville, donc c'est forcément l'autre. Ou alors comme c'est la poste, potentiellement ils ont les adresses de tout le monde. Ou quelqu'un a forcément les adresses de tout le monde quelque part. Bref. C'est ma frustration. Du jour. De dire je vais recevoir un colis et de se rendre compte qu'il y a une erreur dans l'adresse et que... Ça plus... tu reçois des colis de l'étranger, notamment du Royaume-Uni. Tu dois payer les douanes. Et le site des postes, le site de la poste ne marche pas. Sachant que si tu payes sur le site, tu gagnes 6 euros. T'as 6 euros de réduction. Et si tu peux pas payer, tu payes au facteur ou à la poste. Et tu te tapes les 6 euros de plus. Bref.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stonehenge.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take string on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
Oui, on a mis la balance.
Who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Elle aurait pu...
I
Ah.
knew it. The answer
J'ai cru
was
qu'elle
right
avait eu
here
peur.
under my arse all along. If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them.
Ça va pas marcher son
Worried
truc.
about you.
Que si on fait la quête
Is this
annexe, si on
really
fait pas la
so
quête
important
annexe et
you
qu'on
need
fait la
to
quête
shut yourself
principale,
away from everyone?
c'est un peu tard pour faire voler
The
là.
Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Non.
Right, Sid. Around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near old Bidza. All what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep
Est-ce que
that
c'est
in
comme ça
mind.
qu'on va pouvoir récupérer le Ragnarok? Éventuellement. Euh... Je pense que là c'est le plus proche. Quelle journée aujourd'hui? Mercredi. Éventuellement vendredi, on finira les quêtes. Et suivant quand est-ce qu'on a fini. Après je sais pas combien on va faire aujourd'hui. Mais... Merde. On fera...
Here we are again.
Il faudra qu'on fasse les
Karava. If you were
épreuves.
a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
Je suis sûr ici.
It looks like we
Oh
found
non,
him.
pas eux.
All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill!
Merde.
Too slow.
C'est pas très efficace contre eux.
All yours, Torgal. You lose.
Il est quand même assez violent en soi. Notre ami Clive. Non, je sais pas en fait.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Ok, et maintenant... Non, c'était ça. Ah bah. Au moins. On n'a pas besoin d'aller très loin. Chercher de l'huile.
All yours, Torgal. Get him. Get him. Sick him. Over here. Go for it. Over here. Sick him. This one. Sick him.
C'était assez... Le timing de l'attaque de Joshua était assez... étrange. Ok, il peut pas sauter par-dessus ça. Ok, donc lui il est forcément ici. Hein? What? Ok, c'est forcément là. Je vais suivre le truc.
Mid's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Et, bah, effectivement.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Bon, l'avantage d'ici, c'est qu'il n'y a pas de... Comment dire? Il n'y a pas plusieurs trucs à choisir. T'arrives toujours au même endroit. T'es toujours aussi éloigné du point que tu veux aller. Pas de jaloux.
Tell me this is all you need.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0 and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one, though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Middledole mentioned a new project yet?
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you 3 can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now.
Je suis pas sûr qu'elle ait besoin d'autre chose.
Your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Au moins, c'était pas très loin. Hein. Ça a quand même pris un quart d'heure. Hein. Plus ou moins.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Ah. Au moins on a gagné un truc. Il nous reste encore 3 millions de bidules. Donc on va aller en haut. Disparu mais pas oublié. Je sais plus comment on va en haut. Ah, on prend dans l'escalier.
I will not let them be fooled. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is...
Je sais pas ce qui se passe si on le laissait y aller.
Sid, please, even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Do you suppose
Ça, j'ai jamais vu qu'il y avait un coffre ici.
So there's a new mother.
Donc on va. Ah ouais, quand même. Ça servait pas qu'à ça.
Come on.
Non, ça marche pas. Et où la route? Ah merde. Attendez. Qu'est-ce que j'ai loupé? Comment on va? Ah ouais, j'ai carrément loupé la route.
I can walk from here.
Non.
This must be the orphanage.
Je peux, mais est-ce que je
The
veux?
registry is still here.
Renforcement physique, résistance à la douleur, combat de monstres.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
Réglementaire. Cet établissement a été fondé par la mère royale vaudoise afin de permettre aux jeunes pourvoyeurs de rejoindre ses rangs. Ils y recevront l'entraînement nécessaire. Le quart des pensionnaires morts à l'entraînement ou à ce combat à la pétrification seront promptement éliminés. Un cimetière est prévu pour l'élimination des hommes libres travaillant à l'orphelinat. Ils ne pourront en aucun cas accueillir des dépouilles de pourvoyeurs. Contrevenant à cette addiction entraînera des sévères sanctions.
Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
Ah, j'ai appris que ma propre fille faisait partie des enfants pourvoyeurs emportés par la pétrification pendant la formation. Je ne l'avais pas revue depuis que j'ai confié aux autorités incompétentes. Peu après, aux autorités compétentes. Je sais pas si c'est un lapsus révélateur. Mais... Peu après sa naissance, mais les archives de l'armée sont formelles, il s'agissait bien d'elle. Je l'ai torturée de mes propres mains. Aujourd'hui encore, un de nos jeunes pensionnaires m'a souri en recevant sa ration. Son sourire était identique à celui de feu, mon épouse. Son fantôme me poursuit, ce doit être ma punition pour l'avoir tuée quand elle donne naissance à une pourvoyeuse, de pouvoir causer la mort de tant d'enfants, y compris ma fille. Dans le mec, il a tué sa femme. Et après, il a tué sa fille. Magnifique. Je ne supporte plus cette vie. Aussi, j'ai décidé de quitter ce monde demain. Le dernier ordre que je donnerai à nos pupilles sera de me tuer et de m'enterrer sous le boulot aux trois troncs, avec le nom de toutes mes victimes pour que je n'oublie jamais mes méfaits.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Le boulot aux trois troncs, c'est le seul qui a pas d'arbre, qui a pas de feuilles.
A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
En 10 ans, mort, pétrification. Alfred, 9 ans, mort à l'entraînement. Franz, 2 ans, pétrification. Pauline, à 10 ans, rachitisme. Bruno, 11 ans, exécuté pour les tentatives d'évasion. Johanna, 12 ans, exécutée pour tentative d'évasion. Reinhard, 9 ans, mort à l'entraînement. Martha, 10 ans, mort à l'entraînement. Lothar, 12 ans, pétrification. Dietrich, 11 ans, rachitisme.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. Where is the architect of all this misery?
Oh god.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Nice try.
J'ai du mal avec cet ennemi. Dans le sens où... Quand il fait des trucs bizarres avec son feu là.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
C'est moi j'ai récupéré toute ma vie. Putain, il va falloir monter sur tout le truc.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you, Sid. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors
Est-ce
of
que
Badbach.
il va me donner le
The spirit
registre?
of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
J'aurais préféré un objet. Soit. Du coup, on va aller jeter un œil à celui-là. Parce qu'il me reste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. D'où ils sortent les 9? Certainement pas 9 quêtes. Ah oui, quand même. Ma future chasse au trésor, cher Clive, j'espère que tu vas vite nous débarrasser de ce sale de pacotille pour qu'on puisse organiser ma grande chasse au trésor. En attendant, je vais continuer à mettre au point de nouvelles inventions. Je poursuis mes recherches sur la mise au point d'un nouvel aéronef. Cela va prendre du temps, mais je crois que j'ai fait de grands progrès grâce à toi. Tu verras un jour fabriquer des inventions qui cloueraient le bec même à mon père. Et pour ça, il faut qu'on continue à vivre dans un monde où le rêve et l'espoir sont permis. Et la clé de cet avenir, c'est toi. En fait, la maquette d'aéronef que je t'ai donnée, je compte sur toi pour en prendre soin. Comme je te l'ai dit, un jour, elle vaudra très cher en tant qu'œuvre de jeunesse de Mid-Adol Telamo, génie de l'ingénierie moderne. Et encore, merci pour ton aide, tu as vraiment assuré. Triple alliance. Cher neveu, Quentin, Val et moi sommes très différents, que ce soit par nos origines, nos personnalités ou nos carrières. Cependant, nous sommes jurés de travailler ensemble. C'est la seule solution pour faire face à la situation actuelle qui n'a pas de précédent historique. Si nous avons pu conclure cette triple alliance, c'est grâce à toi. Nous nous voyons traités comme une continuation de ta mission. Tu vas ouvrir la voie vers un nouveau monde et nous allons faire en sorte que le peuple puisse t'y suivre sans encombre. Nous resterons pour toujours à ton entière disposition. L'occasion est célébrée. Cher Clive, il paraît qu'Ada garde toujours sur elle le porte-bonheur qu'on lui a donné. En fait, elle a l'air de l'apprécier vraiment. J'ai hâte de voir son bébé. Tu sais quoi, quand il naîtra, ce sera l'occasion parfaite pour ouvrir la bonne bouteille que je t'ai offerte et lui faire un sort. Prépare-toi parce qu'on va célébrer ça de façon mémorable. Nouveau rôle de Phoenix. Cher Clive, pourquoi il nous envoie une lettre? Je me suis souvenu d'une chose que tu m'avais dite il y a longtemps. On a chacun notre rôle dans la vie. Tu m'avais expliqué qu'en tant qu'émissaire de Phoenix, mon rôle était de protéger aux alliés, tandis que ton rôle en tant que gardien était de me protéger. Bien sûr, les choses ont changé depuis et tu as prononcé ces paroles. Maintenant, je pense que mon rôle est de protéger et de te protéger à mon tour. C'est une mission que j'accepte volontiers. La voie que tu as choisie nous permettra de réaliser les rêves de père. Alors, je suis déterminé à t'accompagner jusqu'au bout du chemin. L'intention de Clive et de Joshua. Mes très chers fils, je suis désormais certain que nous n'allons pas pouvoir éviter une guerre avec le royaume de fer. En outre, même si nous le reprenons, souffle le drac, la menace du Léonore pèsera toujours sur... On l'a déjà lu ça que veut Talgor? Pensons à l'avenir. Que veut Talgor? Que veut Talgor, cher Clive? Depuis que Talgor agit de manière étrange, il passe le plus clair de son temps sur le gaillard derrière, le regard perdu dans le lointain, comme s'il voulait qu'on nous fasse comprendre qu'il souhaitait se rendre quelque part, mais où? Ah mais il y a 3 quêtes. En plus il y a une quête pour Gilles. Putain, on a combien de quêtes? Parce qu'après on a le sujet, pensons à l'avenir. Sujet GG. Pensons à l'avenir. Cher Clive, je souhaite engager tes services avant d'obtenir un exemplaire du tiers regard, l'ouvrage tabou qui a tracé ma destinée. Cette page recèle le savoir et de l'enseignement qui pourrait guider les générations futures. Tu le trouveras pas sur la première étagère venue, je te récompenserai donc en conséquence. Potentiellement Gilles, Talgor et je sais plus comment ça s'appelle. Viviane vont nous donner un objet. Ça en fera 3. Mon cher frère, je ne sais pas si tu penses que le dernier combat approche, mais j'ai l'impression que Gilles est complètement épuisé ces derniers temps. Je demandais si à nous deux, nous ne pourrions pas trouver un moyen de l'aider à se détendre un peu. Pourrais-tu passer me voir quand tu auras une seconde? Je crois vraiment qu'on devrait discuter. On va d'abord s'occuper de Talgor, c'est le plus important. Moi je veux 3. 3 c'est où? 3 c'est là-bas.
First the skies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Un chien va toujours aller se promener. Quelle question. Non, c'est pas vraiment un chien. Mais...
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal? All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Je regarde s'il y avait ces traces de pas, très important. Ça fait très The Last of Us.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long.
Tu te souviens qu'il est là, lui? Ça les a pas dérangés pour les autres.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. stop looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
C'est mignon.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
Ouais, ma question c'est comment il est monté là-haut. Oh, ils sont vicieux. Bon, c'est pas grand chose, mais.
I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past
Je vais prendre une
behind
capture
you.
d'écran, mais.
But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
J'allais dire la scène était une parfaite image pour prendre une capture. J'ai pas réagi si vite. Donc on a le choix, on peut voir. On va peut-être faire le truc avec Jill.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
On peut parler à Chouchou. Il est déjà là. Je comprends pas pourquoi il veut qu'on aille là pour lui parler alors qu'il est juste devant nous. Il peut nous dire tout ce qu'il a à nous dire. Juste là.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. It is different.
J'ai lu ton message, c'était assez bizarre.
How different, but since we've returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. And to let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Ah, putain, j'avais pas vu. Il n'y a plus beaucoup de marguerites.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
Putain, il va falloir descendre tout en bas du bidule. Ça va être sympa.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our... There should time.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Ok, donc si on va là, quand on est dans la ville et qu'on sort, on devrait arriver.
A fortress? The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
I would speak with this duke.
Saw the captain just now. shadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
C'est ce que je vais faire, mais ça va.
What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Comment ça, il y a encore des ennemis? Bon, si tu pouvais te concentrer sur celui qui est... Je vais y aller.
That was harder than I expected. But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Bien sûr, ils vont pas vraiment nous faire aller la chercher. Ils auraient pu.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you.
Non, j'ai rien dit.
You and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
T'inquiète, ils ont du soleil. Plus ou moins. Il est toujours sur le balcon. Elle bouge plus du balcon, elle vit là. Donc qu'est-ce que ça nous donne ça?
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. dethrone the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
And that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Ça peut être intéressant ça. Je l'utilise quand même pas mal, le poussière des diamants. Jill a rejoint l'épique. Jill fait désormais partie de l'équipe. Elle restera à côté de Clive et les Paulrad. What? Si on fait pas tout ça, il les fait tout seul? Ok. Genre, si on fait pas la quête avec Clive, avec Joshua et Jill, on fait le truc final tout seul. Why not? Est-ce qu'on va avoir Viviane dans notre équipe? Le courrier est arrivé. Le courrier. On va aller parler à Viviane. C'est pas des très longues quêtes, donc on va finir cette quête avec Viviane, et puis comme ça, vendredi, on fait les quêtes avec les autres. De l'importance de la présence. Cher Clive, je crois que Talgor nous a fait une bien belle balade. Ce brave chien a beau avoir serré les crocs pour supporter le manque. Ces longues années, 3 de vous ont dû être très durs à vivre pour lui. Je suis sûr qu'il avait soif de caresses et d'attention. Je pense que vous devriez lui accorder un peu plus de temps si vous le pouvez. Petite escapade. Très cher Clive, je n'oublierai jamais notre escapade hors du château lorsque nous étions plus jeunes. C'est une aventure incroyable qui m'avait rempli de joie à l'époque. Tu n'imagines pas à quel point j'étais heureuse que j'ai compris que malgré les années, tu n'avais pas oublié. Quand ça ne va pas ou que quelque chose me tourmente, tu es toujours là pour ouvrir les portes d'un monde plus doux. Merci pour ce merveilleux cadeau. Après, techniquement, c'est Joshua qui a parlé. J'aimerais voir si machin a monté de niveau. Faudra qu'on lise les trucs en plus. On fera ça vendredi.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
Ah,
Clive,
yes.
ton inquiétude se lit sur ton visage. Je dois rester concentré si je veux affronter Ultima et mettre un terme à ces agissements.
Indeed.
Tu as raison, toute cette histoire touche à sa fin. Quoi qu'il en soit, je suis heureux d'avoir vécu assez longtemps pour avoir pu faire partie de cette incroyable épopée. C'est pas simple de contrarier un destin qui se tisse depuis la naissance de ce monde, mais j'ai la certitude que l'avenir que tu as souhaité nous apporter finira bien par se dessiner. Très bien, c'est un bon Clive. J'espère évidemment avoir la chance d'entendre de ta bouche le déroulement et la conclusion de ces moments que tu vas vivre. C'est l'évidence même, je ne te décevrai pas. Ah, ce n'est pas tombé dans l'oreille d'un sourd.
Fare thee well, my friend.
One of these days, I swear it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Do you think they'll come back?
Ready for the big heave-ho, are ya?
Tu sais, trouver le repère du site avait construit un peu un refuge au lieu de survie pour les pourvoyeurs. Parmi eux, certains n'étaient pas en mesure de discuter avec d'autres pourvoyeurs tellement ils en avaient bavé. En vivant ensemble, en s'entraidant, ils ont tissé des liens. Le repère est devenu une véritable communauté, une famille même. Alors je pense qu'un bébé d'Eda, j'espère vraiment pour lui que ce repère sera une véritable famille dans laquelle il pourra grandir paisiblement. D'ailleurs, je vais faire de mon mieux pour devenir un véritable grand frère pour tous les enfants du repère. Ils pourront compter sur moi. Pas question que je te laisse avoir tout le temps le bon rôle après tout.
Go and give that fucker one for me.
J'espérais que ce serait court.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
And my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick.
C'est-à-dire dans 5 minutes. Ok. Ah ok, je vois où c'est. Le fameux village où je me demandais à quoi il servait.
Ready, girl? Straight home now. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Grande encyclopédie des poisons, l'herbe dragon, ses principales niveaux vers ça. Oh. Créatures légendaires, les Mogs. Parmi les contes de fées que les parents racontent à leurs enfants valistères, on narre notamment ceux concernant les Mogs, qui sont décrits comme des voisins bienveillants, parfois même un peu trop et souvent tête en l'air. Dans ces histoires, ils aident les humains dans leurs tâches journalières, et on dit que pour les remercier, il faut le soir placer quelques gâteaux dont les raffolent sur le rebord de la fenêtre, une offrande de sucrerie qui disparaît le matin venu. Ces mystérieuses créatures seraient recouvertes d'une fourrure moelleuse et immaculée, pourvues d'une petite paire d'ailes et d'un pompon aussi curieux qu'adorable flottant au-dessus de leur tête. Paradoxalement, le détail le plus fabuleux hors sujet reste qu'il serait bien réel. D'anciens ouvrages ont fait mention de bêtes blanches marchant sur la terre sans jamais la toucher. On ne les croise malheureusement presque plus de nos jours, mais il est encore trop tôt pour les reléguer au simple conte de fées.
His interests were certainly varied.
À part au sujet du cœur d'espionnage, notre armée Zeger était secondée jusqu'alors par une troupe secrète chargée de missions à haut risque et dont les objectifs allaient de l'infiltration et l'assassinat. Elle s'est récemment distinguée lors de la prise du fort Norvent et était menée par une personne à la fois rompue au combat et douée de pouvoirs singuliers. Malgré cela, nous avons été informés qu'un mystérieux assaillant avait mis en déroute cette unité d'élite. Nous ne projetons pas d'en former une autre pour le moment.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Le tiers regard, les pourvoyeurs. Le terme vient de l'expression pourvoyeur de bonheur, des individus au pouvoir surhumain à la fin craints et révérés pour leur capacité à manipuler la magie sans catalyseur. Ces cristaux vivants avaient rapidement tiré les foules grâce à leur miracle, jusqu'à engendrer de véritables congrégations de fidèles qui voyaient en eux le divin. C'est toutefois ce succès qui précipita leur chute. Les puissants souverains de notre monde, voyant leurs influences s'amenuiser à vue d'œil, entreprirent une oppression intransigeante de ce groupe. Les fidèles des pourvoyeurs tentèrent de défendre leurs idoles en prenant les armes, mais les uns comme les autres furent écrasés par la marée de soldats blanchis sous le harnais que leur opposa chaque nation. Ces dernières condamnèrent les pourvoyeurs en faisant d'eux une nouvelle classe, la plus basse et la plus servile qui soit les esclaves. Aujourd'hui encore, le premier article du traité intercontinental interdit de les considérer comme des êtres humains à part entière, et leur dette endossée lors de la guerre du déluge de sang reste un payé aux yeux du monde. Autant de raisons pour beaucoup de perpétuer l'oppression systémique des pourvoyeurs.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Pourquoi j'ai l'impression qu'on va se faire attaquer par quelqu'un, quelque chose?
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
And we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its content shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring
Monsieur, t'as
them
pas
more
l'impression que
to pain.
c'est déjà le bordel.
That is all. You may keep the book for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about. Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, Belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Elle nous a donné son chapeau. Ouh, des nouveaux monstres.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back, sir.
Combien il nous manque de 2850? Ouh, pas beaucoup. Tiens, on en a un. Un monstre à silhouette féminine était aperçu en train de rôder dans un hameau avec le doigt à l'abandon. Prenez-en en pitié si vous voulez, ne tentez pas de la sauver. Seul un mort rapide saurait étouffer ses cris de lamentation et lui apporter le repos. Ok. Oh, on va peut-être aller faire vite fait. Point où on en est. Attendez, il y a une quête maintenant ici? Bordel. On va s'en sortir. Ok, donc il nous manque 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Demande de vieux gâteau. Cher Clive, il y a quelque chose que j'aimerais absolument montrer à son Altesse T1. J'aurais cependant besoin que tu me prêtes main forte afin de réaliser ce souhait que de vieux scénique que je suis. Bon, on fera ça vendredi.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Par contre, ce qu'on va faire, c'est la quête. La quête, le monstre. Est-ce que c'est un A? Ça devrait pas prendre trop de temps.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Don't get surrounded. No need to ride from here. Its madness lives on.
Non, la tricheuse.
It's over. Rest in peace.
Ok, donc. On tourne au repère. Et du coup, ça veut dire que vendredi, on a 1, 2, 3, 4 quêtes à faire.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. You earned this.
Oh oh.
All done?
Ok. C'est quoi l'engrenage céleste? Mécanisme étranger échangeable contre des guildes. C'est quoi qu'il me fallait pour Ragnarok?
So, what'll it be?
Minerai de sombre acier. Je vais regarder s'il y a moyen d'en avoir. Autrement. Moi j'aurais plus. Bref.
Anything else?
Hop. Juste aller lire le courrier. Ma lecture du tiers-regard. Cher Clive, t'imagines bien qu'après avoir mis la main sur le tiers-regard, je n'ai pas pu m'empêcher de me lancer dans sa lecture. Les fragments de vérité qu'il contient sont bel et bien à la hauteur de l'hérésie de sa plume et ils nous aideront à aller de l'avant. Je dois admettre que jamais je n'aurais pu remettre la main ci-dessus si je n'avais pas intégré ton groupe de rebelles. Tu m'as appris à vivre en société, alors j'espère pouvoir éclairer ton chemin encore longtemps non plus en tant que recluse, mais en tant qu'ami. Ok, donc on s'arrête là pour aujourd'hui. On a quand même fait pas mal. Vendredi, on fera cette quête et on fera les 3 autres quêtes qui nous restent. Je sais pas exactement. Il doit y avoir. Là, on va avoir un objet. Là, on va avoir un objet. Là aussi. On verra. Bref. Sauvegardons. Ouf. Et du coup, on se retrouve vendredi pour la suite. Attends, je te souhaite une bonne soirée, bonne nuit et à vendredi. Bye.